splashed molten sugar all over my arm. Stinks. In this video, we're going to show you 3 really simple but really tasty vegetable side dishes that you can do in Roccbox. So we're going to do some baby rainbow carrots. They're going to have a really nice smoky undertone to them. We're going to do some sweet potatoes. They're going to be coated in maple butter and cooked with cinnamon. And then we're going to do some really decadent, really packed full of flavour French beans. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to cook out of our trio of vegetables is the sweet potatoes. To go with the sweet potatoes, we're going to make a kind of maple butter. So I've got 30 grams of softened butter, and then we've got 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. And we're just going to mix it up nice and easy. And that maple syrup and that butter, as these sweet potatoes cook, will give us almost like a candied yam sort of feel. Really tasty, really nice. Grab yourself a pan, cast iron pan, and we've got 1 sweet potato here that we've just diced up. So sweet potatoes in the pan, we're just going to sprinkle those with a little olive oil. If you just put the butter in, it's just going to burn instantly. We're going to give them a quick season, and then we're going to get our butter in. So you kind of dob this about everywhere, really. You want everything getting a good bit of butter over it. Sweet potatoes are actually really, really good for you. They're one of your 5 a day, whereas normal potatoes aren't. But you know, when stuff's good for you, it's nice to smother it in butter. And to that, we're just going to add 1 stick of cinnamon that we've split in half. Okay, these guys are going to go into a hot Roccbox, so that's 500 degrees or 900 degrees Fahrenheit, full flame, raging hot, and these guys are going to go in for 6 minutes, so really, really quick. That's the great thing about all these side of veg dishes that we're going to show you today. So pop them in, wait for 3 minutes, quick 180 rotate, and then a final 3 minutes, and they'll be good. The sweet potatoes have had 6 minutes in there, so we're going to grab those out, and they smell so sweet. You can smell the maple and the butter just starting to char under there. There's kind of no colour on the top of them at all when you look at them. But if we just give them a quick toss in this butter, they'll start to take on the best colour ever. Just roll them through the butter. So that high heat in Roccbox has given us a couple of things here. It's meant that the caramelisation of the maple has happened super quick. And because the pan stays hot when we come out, it means we can still benefit from that as we roll the sweet potatoes in the sugar. And once we've had a nice good toss in the butter, we can get them into a serving bowl. And there we go. Cool, so next up we're going to look at our baby carrots. So we've got 200 grams here of baby rainbow carrots. I'm just going to pop them straight into the tray. And all these are kind of no more than 4 ingredients. We had 4 ingredients in the sweet potatoes, we've got 4 ingredients here, we've only got 3 when we do the beans in a moment. So we're just going to drizzle these guys with some olive oil, give them a really good season. And then I've got a teaspoon here of smoked paprika that I'm just going to kind of dust over. And this is going to give us that kind of really beautiful background smoky tang to these. So we'll cover these in foil, into Roccbox, and exactly the same as the sweet potatoes. We're going to give them 6 minutes, quick rotate halfway through, and then we're going to get in the next ingredient. Cool, so those baby carrots, they've had 6 minutes in total. So we've done 3 minutes, quick rotate, and then 3 minutes. So we're going to grab those out now, and we're going to turn Roccbox down to its lowest setting for the next bit. And we can see our carrots are starting to take on the most beautiful colours. And we're going to add about 30 grams of pistachios, okay? So just sprinkle those over. And we're just going to go back in for kind of 30 seconds to a minute just to toast these pistachios a bit. Okay, so these guys have had literally kind of 30, 40 seconds in there. And we can pop those onto a serving plate. Just going to spoon out our pistachios. And then the final touch on these is actually 30 grams of yogurt, just natural yogurt. So the final dish we're going to show you is some French beans, which we have blanched. So we cook them for about 3 or 4 minutes, straight into the ice water, and then we split them. When you split the beans and you split them in half, you get these lovely little pockets here. So we're going to cook these guys with some streaky bacon and some onions, and all that bacon fat is kind of going to sink into those little holes. So again, we've taken something super healthy, made it incredibly bad for you, but delicious. So we've got ourselves a cold pan, and we're going to add 2 rashers of streaky bacon that we've cut into lardons here, and just a little splash of oil. So Roccbox is now turned back up, so we're on full flame, 500 degrees, 900 degrees Fahrenheit again, and we're going to get the bacon straight in. So as the pan changes temperature, the fat's going to start to render, but with the rolling flame, it's going to start crisping the fat at the same time. So while the bacon's cooking, you want to keep an eye on it. You're going to want to disturb it now and again. Those lardons are going to get stuck together now and again. Some will be getting crispy, some won't be, so just move them around pretty regularly. So after kind of 2 minutes or so, that fat would have rendered out incredibly. So now we're going to add kind of half a diced red onion, and we're going to give it a light season. So we want some salt in there to help stop the onion from browning, but we don't want too much because obviously the bacon's very salty in itself. So give that a good mix up. And again, because of the heat, the onions are almost cooked already, but we're just going to pop back into Roccbox for 20 seconds. So there we go. So get your green beans in. Give them a nice little fold and mix together. And now these little gaps in our split beans are now catching that bacon fat, catching bits of bacon, catching little bits of onion. And then we're just going to go Roccbox again, literally 20 seconds, just to heat it all through. And there we go, just one more little mix up. And these are literally jam-packed full of flavour. There is so much flavour in these beans. From all that bacon fat, all those onions. Oh, green beans, I love you with bacon and onions. You're the tastiest veg that I know. So there you have it, 3 wicked vegetable side dishes that you could have this weekend with a Sunday roast. You could cook them for Thanksgiving, you could cook them for Christmas. Either way, use Roccbox for veg because it's incredible and it's super fast. So we've made some incredible maple syrup coated sweet potatoes with cinnamon. They're great, they remind me of candied yams, they're delicious. Then we've roasted the baby carrots with the smoked paprika, giving us that really lovely background smokiness. They taste a bit like frazzles, and the pistachios and the yogurts are just mind-blowingly good. And then finally, we've rendered that bacon fat super easily in Roccbox, and then cooked these beautiful split green beans in that bacon fat, giving us what are my favourite green beans in the world. Can I? Yeah? If you like sickly sweet with your roast dinner, with your Thanksgiving dinner, these are the guys. These are better than candied yams, I think. Because the sweetness is just a bit more balanced. What I love about root vegetables in Roccbox is how they're always nice and al dente. Lovely crunch to those. They're incredible. I don't know who writes a dictionary, but next to flavour should be a picture of this. And if there's not, then I no longer respond to the dictionary and will use my own words from now on.